The signs are ominous and suggest that Russia is preparing for an extension to the war with Ukraine. Some European governments are worried by the developments, and making moves to protect themselves by joining others as a means of extending it to them. It looks like a possible outcome, and it is wise to be prepared for the worst so as not to be taken by surprise. You can speculate on the most likely outcome, but whatever your opinion, it is a dangerous situation without a doubt. However, the situation is being carefully watched all of the time by greater powers than those on Earth, so you can be assured that it will not be allowed to get out of hand. Your part is to reassure those who are frightened by what is happening that in no circumstances will the destruction of Earth be allowed. Continue to do your day-by-day activities as usual, and as far as possible do not allow fear to creep into your life. It is the very thing those of a low vibration feed upon to gain their strength. Be a beacon of light amongst all people, and you will also help uplift them. The days ahead are going to be critical, as actions taken now will determine the outcome. In the long term, the day of reckoning will come when decisions will have to be made as to which side you are on. We cannot choose for you, but will urge you onwards in the correct belief that everything will work out satisfactorily in the end. The opportunity is there, and we are positive that you will respond in such a way that you will overcome attempts to pull you back. You must realize by now that the Dark Ones are testing you all of the time in the battle between the light and the dark. There is so much that has been kept from you so that you accept your position without knowing or realizing that you are of the light, and the Dark Ones feed off your lower energy or vibrations. It is their life force, and while it is being slowly diminished, they are gradually losing their power. It will continue this way unless the light was sufficiently powerful to deny them the energy, and that is what we are helping you to do. However, the lower energies will be boosted by the acts of war, which is why we want all souls of the light to hold the higher level of their vibrations at all times. The fight you are in is realistic, so do not discount the effects of the Dark Ones' activities. They know no other way of surviving, and in one sense are fighting for their lives. It is the old battle between the light and the dark, and we are pleased to say that the light ultimately wins. However, bear in mind that there is great importance attached to the outcome, as being the end of a cycle it will be a long time before such a wonderful opportunity comes up again. Understand that there will always be another opportunity to ascend in the next cycle. It is however a long way off, but not a single individual is denied the chance to achieve it if ready to do so. You have some testing times to come, so be mentally prepared for them and do not succumb to attacks from the Dark Ones who are desperate to halt your success. Be alert for their attempts to distract you from your goal, as they can be very subtle. They tempt you to drop your guard and resort to any means possible to halt you in your tracks. To be aware of their tactics is to be forearmed and enable you to halt their attempts to pull you down. Naturally, they never give up, but as the Earth progresses into a new area of space, so will the positive vibrations lift up, giving you more strength to dispel their attempts to unsettle you. You may wonder why, when you have so much experience through your many lives, you do not now seem to be anything but an average human being. Primarily, the answer is that you incarnated with the skills you needed to see you through the life you planned. In this way you would not be distracted by other things and could concentrate on the more important issues that you would face. Understand that you review your life plan before you incarnate so that you are fully prepared for your tasks. Along with your guide, you incarnate with full confidence of your ability to carry out your plan and are comforted by this knowledge. Not all of your life plans are full of action, and there are times when you are much more of an observer whose presence is sufficient to influence others in a helpful way. Clearly, it takes all types to carry out the many plans that are made to continue your advancement. There is a massive movement by so many souls that collectively ensures humanity's evolution. However, there are many negative souls trying to hold you back and preventing you from knowing how easily you can prepare for your evolution. In truth, the negative souls are playing out their role to continue challenging your actions and trying their best to prevent your progress. Be assured that in the long run the light will always hold positive sway over them. However, life is also full of opportunities to enjoy yourself and is not intended to keep a ball and chain around your neck. Mother Earth is a beautiful planet in spite of man's lack of care for her, and has much more beauty to offer than most of them. A walk in your countryside is truly astonishing with its amazing show of color and such a variety of flowers and plants in general. When your earth was being seeded and arranged to show how beautiful it could be, the animals and many life forms followed to keep nature fully balanced. Look at the variety of flowers and trees, they number in their hundreds, and it was all planned for the eventual arrival of man. It is hard to conceive of the earth having evolved in some accidental way along with the splendor, beauty, and variety that exists. There has been much more control and planning than you could possibly imagine, and it continues to this very day in spite of man's indifference where nature is concerned. It is, however, very sturdy and strong enough to overcome the changes, whether natural or unnatural. Look after what you have got where nature is concerned, as with a little help it can grow in beauty and give you even more. In nature you can find many natural cures for the many health problems you experience, and this in addition to natural healthy foods. Can you begin to see how everything was set up for man's existence to live healthily and naturally? Your chemical foods are reasonable but unhealthy and best eaten in small quantities to allow the body to safely process them. In time you will not need solid foods at all in a body that literally feeds on light. I leave you with love and blessings, and may the light brighten your days and path to completion. This message comes through my higher self, my God self, and every soul has the same connection to God. In love and light. Mike Quincy.